we appreciate everybody that came here a little bit early, sat down and waited for Zach. I am a little surprised, though, because Dave got mistaken for you twice.
Dave did?
Dave did.
Wow.
Not me. I have too much ginger going on, so
It's too obvious.
the red hair was. Yep.
I think it was the glasses. That's all.
Did you sign the autographs and take the photos?
Yeah, no, not so much.
Or did they come to fight you?
Oh.
Well, that could have happened.
Yeah. Then they got scared because of Dave's physique.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
It's always a pleasure being in the John Deere booth. We got to do this for a little bit of fun down at National Farm Machinery Show. How many of you also were hanging out with us down at National Farm Machinery Show? Oh, wow.
1, 2, 3. There you go.
Few.
Yeah, a couple of them. That's great. Traveled a long way to be here. We might have had too much fun in Louisville.
We might have.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fun continues after the stage is over in Louisville.
That's right.
Louisville.
If you had questions for Zach, you're welcome to ask those. We do have some questions for you folks, though, as we try to grab who's sitting here in the audience as we have our discussion today. So raise your hand if any of you are currently farming.
A handful,
Dave?
for sure.
Yeah, put your hand up too, Dave.
Wow.
That's good. Raise your hand if any of you have ever fallen asleep in the combine or the tractor.
As the operator?
Put it up. No, just fallen asleep in one period. Put your hand up. I don't know if I've told this story on the podcast before, but I was born August 30th.
Yeah.
And that first harvest, so I was born 3 pounds, 14 ounces. That first harvest, I rode in a combine in a shoebox.
In a shoebox?
Yeah, I fit in the palm of my dad's hand.
Wow.
Yeah, so I could raise my hand from the very first beginning. I'm sure I didn't do much but sleep there. Have you ever fallen asleep in a piece of equipment?
Probably just vehicle driving down the road. That's it. No. Can't say that I have. I don't have it automatically driving for me.
Okay, so how many of you have been riding in a piece of equipment and hit your head on the window?
Lots.
Especially in those sound guard cabs, sitting on the armrest.
That's why I got a flat spot here from hitting the side of the 135 white.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, you would have had a white.
We had 2 of those.
Uh-huh.
2 135s.
Sitting on the armrest too, or was there a spot to sit?
No, neither. It was like it was the wheel well.
Oh.
Like kind of balanced there between the crap handle and the seat, and
Yeah. But
every little jostle, wham!
Yep.
Hit your head.
I know Zach's probably done this, but how many of you have ever broken something expensive and then blamed it on somebody else? We
got some hesitation on putting our hands up, but we got to laugh out of that one.
Yeah, it's because everybody knows they've done it, and no one's going to raise their hand.
Yep.
We're all in the same boat together.
Yep.
It's kind of hard, though, when you're on YouTube and you film everything to blame it on somebody else when you have video proof.
Editing.
Editing.
Camera
Cut,
tricks.
paste.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
God, got combine stuck. Oh, that was me.
It's been a long time since I've gotten the combine stuck.
Will it happen this year? Did you get?
Oh, if it doesn't stop, it's going to happen many times.
Have you been wet like we've been wet in Central Iowa?
We've gotten our total annual rainfall just in the last 100 days. I mean, it's just been crazy. We don't get, a quarter inch or a half inch of rain this summer. It's 2 to 4 inches every time.
Yeah.
So we're south of you, and during the state fair in Iowa, it was like 100 degrees. And then now, most beautiful weather you could ever want here at Farm Progress Show. Does it give the feel that everybody's just ready to get their combine ready, like right now?
It kind of does for me.
Yeah.
It's just kind of that time of the year. But even though, like, back home for us, we're super wet right now. The beans haven't even started to turn. But, yeah, it's just that time of year. It gets to be late August, second half of August, and that's the mode I start switching to.
Yep.
We were driving down here, and I saw one field right away just as we were leaving town, and I said, Corey, what's that? What's happening to that field? We thought it might have been sudden death on that bean field, but he texted the landowner, and it was their 1.9s. Is that what he said?
Mm-hmm.
1.9s, and the farm's going to go to sods. They wanted to get them off.
Oh, okay.
Seed grass seed this fall yet.
Yep.
But it's sticking out like a sore thumb because everything else is still a lush green.
Pretty
around
green,
everything.
yeah.
Dark green, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a 1.9 is pretty late around me.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, we're 0.8s to 1.5s.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we're 400 miles north of you.
And things look good?
Yeah, they look pretty good. We struggle when we get too much rain. So that's the struggle this year. We've had areas that have gotten some pretty bad hail. Luckily, we're not in one of those areas. We're nearby, but we haven't gotten any hail ourselves. But just having as much rain as what we've had, we'll see what really happens, because that's when our crops actually seem to struggle. But from too much rain.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking we were looking really good in Iowa, but it rained a ton and a ton and a ton to where I thought we might actually start going from uphill to just a little digression.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A little too much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, to get the combines into the field. We're starting to get some early reports on choppers. Starting to cut some cattle silage, but other than that, just going to sit and wait and see.
I always like it when the silage guys start, and then you kind of start getting some reports of what's really out there. You start to hear what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got a couple more questions for you guys out there, and then we'll see if you've got any for Zach. How many of you have ever argued about what the best color of tractor is? Okay. How many of you
Settled that debate.
The answer
They're
is
sitting in the green booth, so I'm
The
guessing
answer
we
is
know which
green.
side they were on.
yeah, but we got. You see the T-shirt of the kid in the middle?
What's going on over there?
He's spying on us. I think he is, and his cheeks are now as red as the paint that he likes.
Yeah, you embarrassed him.
Uh-huh. That's the whole point of sitting here.
Someone get him a Deere shirt so he can go sit at that booth with that on.
There you go.
Absolutely. I love it. Well, how many of you use on your farms John Deere's technology? Auto steer, GPS,
Yeah.
any pucks, any upgrade kits?
Anybody upgraded the combine?
Oh, a couple that wish they did, but maybe not. You've got to be excited for harvest this fall, because aren't one of these two combines going back to your place?
No, we've got we've got a new S7 800 just like that, but it's already there. It's been up there since March, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Already home.
Already home. Yep, pretty much ready to go.
What are you excited about with that? Like what's changed, or what technology are you using? that you
It's
didn't
got
have
the
last year?
cameras on it, so
Okay.
I forget what they call that. Is it like a? It's
Har-
predicting the input as you go.
Harvest automation.
But harvest automation is the settings, right? It
Oh,
doesn't
so
adjust the
it's-
speed to predict the inflow,
Yeah.
like the throughput. So it's going to layer what the cameras see and what it has for satellite imagery loaded into the machine, and it's going to predict the throughput and change its own speed by itself. So you just let go as the operator, is my understanding, and it's going to speed up and slow down to maintain maximum throughput.
Do you think it'll do a better job than you could?
I don't. That's not possible.
That's not possible. I don't think so.
That's fair, right? Because if it doesn't do a better job,
Oh, it's got to be more efficient, because I know as an operator how easy it is to kind of just get in the mode of, 4.2
going this
miles per
fast.
hour,
Yep.
whatever it is. You don't even have to look anymore. Your brain just knows what that speed is that day, and that's where you're going. And
Yeah.
so when you get to those spots where the yield goes down, especially like this year where we've had a ton of rain and we have a lot of rolling hills, so we have areas that are going to be high and low, and it's going to speed up through those low areas. I mean, I would expect it's going to be a lot more efficient once you really get used to it and you actually let the machine, you start to trust it and let it do what it's designed to do. I think there's going to be some big efficiencies to gain there.
And then do you have the carts, as you guys are unloading, that automatically sync?
The machine sync,
Yeah.
which is going to be definitely the easiest way to do that. If you're going through the hills and the yield's going up and down and the throughput's changing, and your speed's going
ground
from
speed.
3 miles an hour to 6 miles an hour sometimes. I mean, the only way to really stay on top of that is with the machine sync. And
I think that's the first bit of autonomy that we're going to see, but it's just going to come more and more and more. What your family operation? Do you have more help that used to do that, or did it save you more hours, man hours, anything of that nature?
yeah, I mean, it's going to save some hours on the machine and on labor. Manpower is not a huge strength on our farm. I mean, we don't farm probably as many acres as a lot of people think we do, and we have good machinery. Up in our part of the world, everybody just invests in good machinery. We're trying to get done as fast as we can before the ground freezes
Yep.
on everything. It's just it's the local economics of where we're at. But yeah, I think it's going to save.
You
I
guys
mean, I
gotta-
think it's going to save a couple days on harvest just to be able to actually maximize what the machine's capable of.
You got that cold window coming in.
Yeah.
That's that
Yep.
big. That's a big deal for you up north. being
Yeah.
able to save days on harvest and just for grain quality. Be able to put beans away when they should be put away.
I
Yep.
think he really did it so he could go deer hunting and have a couple extra days during harvest. See,
Well, that's a perk too.
Well, I did promise the audience that we'd give them a chance to ask questions. Is there anybody out there that has a question for Zach?
You want them to put me on the spot?
One there.
Yeah. We got
Should
one
we
over
go
there.
Hi. We saw you in Louisville and met you, and we really enjoy the farm show as a whole. I was wondering, you have Onyx getting involved in the farm operation. Is there any plans on getting the girls involved in it?
Definitely. Yeah.
Thank you.
So our middle child, the older girl, she doesn't show as much interest as the younger one. So she ran grain cart a couple of years ago, the middle child, older girl. And she enjoyed it for a few days, but she just doesn't show quite as much interest as Onyx and the younger daughter. Our youngest daughter just turned 10, so I'm hoping to get her out there in the grain cart some this year and definitely get her involved because she's always shown quite a bit of interest in it. So yeah, I'm definitely hoping to get her involved.
Well, and you got them involved in other things. I think I saw a pink 22 Ruger 22 or something the other day. What was that about?
Yeah, we were out shooting some cans. Yep, you got to make sure they know how to do that so they can keep the boys away for when I'm gone on weeks like this.
Does that really keep the boys away, or does that bring them in?
I don't know. I have that debate in my head a lot, but I guess the part I always figure is if it brings them in, then they're probably the right kind of guy.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And to be able to understand what to do with it, right? You get to teach them how to be safe,
Yeah.
what it's used for,
Yep.
how to have fun, and be responsible.
Yep.
And you
Yep.
guys have a trap and skeet range. Do you think she's going to get into that?
Yeah, I hope so. Onyx has gotten really into that. He did pretty well at Minnesota State shoots this year and did really well. And yeah, we've got the trap range there where we got 25 trap houses and we have 9,000 kids roll through there every year actually for the Minnesota trap the qualifying shoot, which is actually the biggest shooting event in the world every year. So, and we just finished a sporting clays course. So it's been so muddy that the path is a complete disaster, but the course is finished. We've got the throwers in. We're just trying to get the path dry enough that you can get golf carts and four-wheelers down it.
Who'd have thought that'd be our issue? Too much rain.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Anybody in the crowd shoot trap and skeet? Yeah, handful.
Got a
Okay.
couple? Yeah.
There you go.
Any more questions for Zach before we move on? Got a question about a race car. We'll get him a microphone.
Oh, I like those types of questions.
Don't you still got your race car? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got 3 of them right now. So Onyx runs a Midwest mod. It's all WISSOTA stuff up by us. I know there's a lot of IMCA stuff down in this part, UMP and IMCA. We're all WISSOTA up by us, but same type of racing, really, dirt track stuff. So we've got a couple of Midwest mods, and then I've been running a late model lately.
How'd the season go?
It's going good.
It's not over yet?
No, we've still got a month left. We got 10 wins between the two of us, so yeah, it's been a decent season.
We just went with Corey and I. Tanner didn't get to come with Deere to a NASCAR race in Iowa, and they had a full ethanol tractor there. Have you seen that?
I have not. No.
It of course we're trying to promote ethanol. Corn prices go up, and they had, I think it was their first unveiling of it, but looked just normal, but on the fact sheet wasn't diesel, so no more DEF.
Yeah. What size tractor was it?
I don't remember. I think it was, guessing, I think it was about a 250 horse tractor, just by the size of it, but I don't remember the model number that they had on it, but it had some other signature logo to it that it's coming out, so we'll have to do a whole other episode on that.
It was large frame. It was an 8R.
Okay.
Yep.
Front wheel assist. So, yeah, it was kind of neat technology. No, I was actually pretty close to you. We were up on family vacation in Minnesota, so the boys had fun at the track, and I was up north with the family.
What part of Minnesota?
We go to 50 Lakes, just outside of the Cross Lake.
Oh, by Brainerd?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So a little ways from you, but still up north for me.
Yeah.
It's a Minnesota thing. There's 10,000 lakes, but they know every name.
There's actually around 22,000, and Wisconsin has more than 10,000, so they try to claim they have more lakes than us, but if you actually go by size, they don't, and I want to make that very clear to everyone.
Is there anybody here from Wisconsin?
I think Alaska has like 800,000 lakes,
Probably.
but it's Alaska.
Yeah, it's Alaska. It doesn't.
They're like
It's
Minnesota,
like a different
Iowa,
country.
Illinois. Yeah.
Yeah. They just argue with Russia about who's got more lakes.
There you go.
So what are your plans with this moisture in the ground this year for fall tillage after you get crops off?
I mean, we'll see what it's like. The guys that are trying to get wheat off right now are struggling. I feel for them. They're just leaving ruts from one end of the field to the other trying to get it in. And I don't know. It's not going to be easy. If it doesn't stop raining, we're going to struggle. We'll struggle bad.
Yeah, it will be. It'll be quite interesting. I think there's going to be a lot of plans that have changed as far as operations go and where manpower is, especially for us in Central Iowa. If it keeps up wet and we got to load trucks on the road, it just takes so much longer.
It does.
Corey says it all the time. It's just a logistic nightmare, and that's agriculture at its best. Did you make any track decisions instead of tires or move anything around?
We haven't. Our S7 combine we just got has got 800 duals on it, so it's got big duals on it, but that's what we've always put on. For me, with where we're at, I know that tracks can have issues when you start getting into, when it's freezing at night. So you're going to have to run the combine home every night and park it in the shop, or deal with it in the mornings a lot of times,
right?
Or not shut it down. I like the metrics, the big duals on our combine. When it comes to the grain cart and the cart tractor, though, we really like the tracks there.
Did your family ever get into that fad? I want to say it was almost 30 years ago, to where some farmers started putting their duals on backwards on the drive tires for their combines. So that way when you got in and got stuck, the tread was going the other direction to back out.
Really?
Yeah. God, I'm trying to remember how many years ago that was. Anybody else do that or knew that was happening?
I've never heard of it.
That seems like your dad or your grandpa just wanted to punish you and have you flip the tires around.
Yeah, I'd probably do a little extra work in the shop.
He didn't want to. They're frugal, so he didn't want to get new tread on the tires. So
it
turn them around.
Change the tread. It just keeps you from having to get pulled out. One extra tractor on site. Yeah.
There you go.
No.
Then you got to have another tractor to pull that, big enough. So
this was your first new combine, right? From
Yes.
John Deere. I keep pointing to the one. It's not yours.
I believe the last new, the last brand new anything with an engine, combine or tractor, spray or whatever. The last new one was a Massey Ferguson combine in the early 80s.
Okay.
Which got repoed.
Yeah.
So this one's going to turn out better than that.
Let's hope, right?
Let's hope.
So did you get to do the Gold Key tour?
Yeah. I went down there in early June and went through the factory down in Moline. And, it was fun. It was cool to see. Really interesting.
So much more tech in these machines than you ever thought, probably.
So much more tech, and then just when you really witness, all the checks and balances of going through every individual station, all the cameras that are measuring things and stuff. It's just crazy. Cameras that are measuring the threads on the bolts to make sure the nuts got torqued to a specific torque, and it's crazy.
We got to tour the factory down there in Des Moines at Des Moines Works, and it was amazing to me that on every torque wrench that they have, when the operator goes to tighten a bolt, it logs it that on that machine that bolt was tightened to make sure that you're
by
good to
that
go.
person.
By that person.
Isn't that nuts?
I mean, just the amount of redundancy to make sure it's right.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
I thought about bringing that. I've always wanted to do the nut race, to where you put a bunch of nuts on a bolt and you race to see who can get them off the fastest.
This must be an Iowa thing.
It's another board thing. But what I was going to do is I was going to bring it to you, and I was going to tighten two of them together in the middle. So that way when you went, you got the first three off, you couldn't get any more, and then whoever we pulled from the audience would automatically win.
Of course, yeah. You were going to set me up.
That's kind of what we do here.
Now you can see you can't do that now. I mean, that would have been an idea for someday, but now you blew it.
Now he knows. He's going to switch with Corey.
Now we'll have to do it with Corey.
Yeah.
There you go. We'll make you just blow Corey out of the water.
So we got a ton of young people in the crowd. How many of you guys go around and mark the field boundaries in your fields? Has anybody done that yet? So a handful of people? No, not many. Did you get a new side-by-side that automatically does field boundaries? Or, now you're not using a tractor to do it?
Yeah, we had a Ranger this spring that we could map the boundaries with. So we'd go out there and use that Ranger, kind of measure off the Ranger and map those boundaries before we get to it. And then when you show up with the machinery, it kind of knows exactly where it's at and where it's got to go.
It probably would have been done a lot better if it was a gator.
So the better question, yes.
It was a gator.
It was a gator.
You said Ranger?
I said Ranger?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just in my vocabulary.
It is.
It was a gator.
It was a gator for sure. The better question would have been not how many people do it. How many people want to buy that gator over there and go make field boundaries? Everybody should raise their hand on that one.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a good way to force you to go out there and then cut all the tree limbs that you've
Yep.
been needing to for 10 years.
Yeah. Now, Corey, if he was here, and he'll tell this story this afternoon, but I'll tell it to the folks that are here this morning. It doesn't help if your landlord puts a new post in after you've done your boundaries.
No, it doesn't factor that in.
Yeah. He hit one.
I'd really like to hear this story.
He hit one with the planter this spring, so I'll let him tell the full story later.
Was he one of the guys that fell asleep in a cab?
No, his landlord put a new post in after he'd mapped the boundaries.
Yeah, but you could still use your eyes. The steering wheel still works even when you have a boundary on it.
He was doing Tractor Live radio probably, or making a social post doing this. Oh,
Talking about how nice the boundaries are.
yes.
Well, Zach, this has been a pleasure. I'm excited that we get to do this 3 more times, hanging out with you.
Yeah.
But we want to keep you on schedule, and we know a lot of these folks came here to say hello and tell you how big of a fan they are of what you put out there on YouTube. So,
Or to start a fight.
or to start a fight.
Maybe to tell me they don't like what I do.
We did not bring our security shirts this time, so you're on your own.
Okay, I got this.